So I didn't know if I was going to be covering this news because it's something that we kind of knew already was going to be happening, but I guess because it's new teaser images as opposed to the old teaser image, and it has been a while since we've discussed this. And I'll also get into why I guess we're kind of covering this again. So Takara-Tomy's Twitter account showed a brand new, different teaser image for their Transformers Generation Selects Super Megatron. So for people who don't know who Super Megatron is that pretty much when Transformers Generation 1 in Japan was in its twilight years, it was on its way down. This was after Transformers Victory and after Transformers Zone. It was the first year that there was going to be no any kind of animation for the Transformers series. And we had a Transformers series called Transformers Battle Stars, or as some people used to call it in the early days, Transformers Return of Star Convoy. So this was just pretty much a character named Dark Nova, which was a Unicronian meets Volinger kind of fusion, using his powers to revive Galvatron that was stuck in the Antarctic since the Headmaster Japanese series, and turned him into the reborn Super Megatron. And because of how the current era of how Transformers were at that time, especially when you saw how they handled Transformers Zone, villain toys were kind of on the way out. Transformers Zone literally had just Metro Titan, which was an evil repaint of Metroplex, and 4 Micromasters, which were already evil in the American iteration. They just made all the other Micromasters Autobot good guys. So like they were really already on their way out with doing villain characters. Villain characters weren't selling well. So when Super Megatron was a thing during a time when Transformers wasn't even going to have an animated series, they were like, you know what? We're going to do Star Convoy. We're going to do more mini-cons. We're going to do Grandis and all the other ones. We're not going to do villains. And Super Megatron never got a toy. There's been some speculation for years and years that there was a toy called Gunboy, which was used in Brave, and people have speculated for years that maybe that would have been Super Megatron's toy, and it was just retooled and put through Brave. But that's a whole other story. But the point is that now we have a confirmation with different teaser images, because the first teaser image we had was just like a shadowy teaser image with clearly what was Super Megatron retooled from Titans Returns Galvatron. This is clearly a Titans Returns Galvatron retool, just an extensive retool, like the previous Generation Selects and Takara-Tomy Legend stuff that was done in Incredible, like the Atlas, Sonic Bomber, and Roadfire. So now we have a new teaser image that also shows a different pose of the robot mode and how the alt mode's going to look, which seeing that alt mode 100% confirms yet again that we're going to be getting a Super Megatron. And it's funny because the first time we saw the teaser image, a teaser image of anything, was 11 months ago. That's how long ago this was. And at the same time, they were doing a teaser image of Snaptrap, one of the Seacons. Today, we practically know everything about the Seacons. We've seen everything practically of it. We still knew nothing of the Megatron. And then 7 months ago, and I have this timeline because I talked about it on the podcast in the past. 7 months ago, the Seacons came out. They had their manga that came with it done by Sakamoto, and the Super Megatron was teased in the manga. So it's like, wow, even 7 months ago, we practically knew everything about the Seacons, still nothing about the Super Megatron. All I could assume is he's probably going to also have some kind of manga tied into this because of the Seacons. There's probably some big connection with all of that. So that's going to be probably really cool too. But hey, this is really awesome. A toy that has taken forever to finally come out, a proper representation of that character. And considering that we already have a Generation Selects Star Convoy that we got, it only makes sense to kind of have now his counterpart there. And now you'll finally have that final conclusion of those two characters. I think all we need now really at that point is to finally get some kind of Dark Nova figure, but I'm not holding my breath on that one just yet. But then again, you never know with Transformers. Sometimes even the most obscure stuff that you think will never happen end up happening. So this is really cool. I'm very excited about it. He looks really awesome, and this is someone that I'm definitely going to be picking up just because it's just, It's a long time overdue for this design, and even if it has to be an extensive retool of the Titans Return Galvatron to make it happen, I'm glad it's happening at all.